tonight. First, obviously, without Bob, a little bittersweet. How are you feeling tonight?
A lot of bitter, a fair amount of sweet, but an undercurrent of bitter. Yeah. It's we're all returning to a scene that we've all been to before, but that Bob was at for many years, many years in a row. And this was his pride and joy. This is what he would ask his friends once a year if they could please do. He was so contrite in his asking. He was so sorry he had to ask. And it was such unnecessary contrition because we all wanted to do it. Bob, I'll do it. And he would still apologize. I know you're busy. I'm sorry. Bob, I just said yes. I know. I'm sorry. You get this all the time. Bob, I want to. And tonight is our opportunity to say, Bob, we all want to do this, you know? And I hope he goes, wow, we really did want to do this every year. And we did. And we still do.
You guys are obviously such good friends, but for people at home that didn't know why you were such good friends, what was it about him that was such an amazing friend?
He was so deeply metaphysical and such a poet. Dirty. And his skill set, vocabulary-wise, was a different thing, because that's what comics do. But he tapped in. The guy was constantly tapped in, right? That's what musicians are. We're constantly tapped in. What's the emotion? How does this make me feel? Do I want to hold on to this emotion, or do I want to change it, or do I want to get out of it? And he was so expressive about his emotions, so well adjusted. He would say, I feel sad today. I mean, really so well adjusted, which I think was through having to be well adjusted because of a lot of loss in his life. And so we would just sit for hours. We wouldn't rib each other like comics. You know, I think I get something out of sitting with comics because it's my little field trip into how comics work or think. And I think he enjoyed talking to me because it was a field trip into how lyricists or musicians write. And he was also a songwriter. Dirtier songs, but he still composed them. He still wanted to make things rhyme. He still wanted to put things in a song the same way I would love to be funnier than I get a chance to be, or maybe am. So we met in this really great confluence of like how much I loved his comic brain and how much I think he related to my music brain.
What do you think everyone would think, or what would he think of everyone coming together tonight for him?
I mean, he'd be wildly embarrassed, but I mean loved. I mean, he would just say thank you. His head would go 45 degrees and he would go, thank you, thank you. He would say to everyone, thank you. And then he would say, I'm so sorry you had to come out. I'm so sorry you had to come out. Bob, we all want to be here. And this is the testament to that.